hopefully you can forgive my wet hair, because I could not wait to share this message. Not in an excited way, but in a, it's here, I've had the download, I need to share it right now. Also, sorry if I keep looking off. I don't know why. I do not ever direct my eyes to the actual camera. It's really hard for me. I can't see myself. Anyway, so don't mind that. But here's what I want to talk about. There was a woman on TikTok today, and no, it's raining. She has reached her wit's end. Her life, obviously even harder than mine. I'm going through things that I'm not going to get into because it's not all my business to share. But yeah, I would say her situation compared to mine, I'm really quite fortunate. And I want to acknowledge that not all of our situations are the same. And I don't want to bypass over that and pretend that the things that I say, I do believe that the things that I believe do work for everyone, but I feel like that doesn't mean it's not harder for some than others, depending on your situation and where your mindset is. And I don't want to place any blame on anybody. Certainly not her. But anyway, so she's talking about how she's ready to be done with life, which is hard in itself. And of course, I didn't really read the comments, but I can imagine there was a lot of don't do it, things are gonna get better. And she addressed a lot of that, a lot of expecting to get a lot of those comments. She addressed how the manifestation world oftentimes speaks of reaching that higher vibration, listening to spirits, listening to your downloads. She addressed how oftentimes that she followed the call even though it was difficult. And yes, it led her to an even harder situation. And yes, the belief among the community that I've noticed as well, and I do believe that things will be taken away from you right before things turn around for the better. The thing is that there's not a lot of talk about how long that might take, how long you feel stuck at that lowest low. Like, it is, sometimes I think that some of us really get pushed to our rock bottom. And for some of us, that's lower than others. And again, I think that we need to acknowledge that for some of us, maybe we don't hit as hard. Some of us get a harder lesson, and it's not fair not to acknowledge that. For me personally, I would say I have some hard lessons, but I know there is way harder. And I consider myself and my personal lessons to be minor compared to some of the stuff that I see people going through. And so I will not dare bypass anybody for feeling victim to that, because I have no idea how hard I would fall in their shoes. But it did remind me of my not so distant past. Let's say maybe just this past winter, when I had finally, And I don't even know if there was a trigger, but I had just finally reached this. The voices are off. The downloads are done. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not feeling anything. It's not getting me anywhere. I feel empty. I feel numb. I'm done. And I was a little too prepared to leave. And so I get that. I get that feeling of hopelessness, and maybe there's no point, and maybe no one is listening. And I don't think it matters if you believe in specifically God, spirit, just your higher self, if you believe that we're all one. It helps to know that something, even if it's just you, matters and is listening and is guiding you. And when you lose that, because you have really just hit so far down, that can really break you. Like the ultimate test. Can you have just a little more faith? I have been, it's like we have been dragging you through the mud for a while, just wondering how long until you let go of that rope. When are you going to surrender? It's almost like, yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like finally it was like, okay, I either just leave the planet, be done, do what I gotta do, even though I know damn well that nothing dies and that I would still very much exist, and those lessons that I'm going through would be waiting for me. I could still do that. I could still take a break, lose this body, this life, this existence, this reality, or I could just surrender. I could just say, okay, fine. Life's gonna be hard right now. What else you got? I said that. I said, is this the best you got? This the best you got? Since then, it took a while. There was no, all better. Oh, we heard you surrendered. Oh, it's all better now. Oh, no, that did not happen. Sorry, that did not happen. If that's what you're waiting for, it didn't happen for me. I had to, well, I would say I pulled myself up by the bootstraps, but I don't think I had any bootstraps. I had to make very conscious decisions about how I was going to think and how I was going to move in the world. I had to really start looking at myself. I had to get very... Hi, buddy. I'm making a video. Can you go back inside, please? Okay. Love you. I had to get very serious about what might be really going on. This repeated pattern of feeling nothingness, these repeated patterns of lack and not enough and not fitting in and not being this and not being that and not having this and not having that. Where was it coming from? Why? I use therapy to help. I use ChatGPT to help. I know that's a little controversial, but for me, using ChatGPT in a very self-aware way really helped word things for me in a way that I didn't know how to fully bring to fruition in thought, if that makes sense to you. And today, it's let's see, it's July. I think it was sometime this winter that I was just ultimate low. I mean, it took time to get there, and I was there for a long time. But I think I hit ultimate low sometime this past winter, and now it's July. Have things turned around? Yes, some things have turned around significantly. Some things have gotten worse, but I look at it differently, and so it's not hurting me as bad. Like some of the things that have actually gotten worse that I'm dealing with right now, I kind of view it now as okay, we're letting this go because it's making room for something else. I've done this before, and now I get to practice my mindset through this, but with the understanding this time. My relationship, oh my God, way better. Since I have let go of control in various areas of my life, things have dramatically turned around in my relationships with people, with my children, with my husband. I've started to pull away from certain relationships. I've gone closer to certain relationships. I'm starting to see things in the world as it really is all connected. There really is a lesson to learn everywhere, in everything. But I didn't just wish for a higher vibration or just know that a higher vibration would make it better, and it just happened for me. And here's the point that I wanted to get to. This is the epiphany that I had the other day before I'd even seen this woman. The epiphany I had, what was I thinking? I was thinking about something. Okay, I had to pause the video because for some reason I completely lost my thought, could not remember the epiphany that I had had. And people say that that is a sign that you were not supposed to say it, but I am just bound and determined I'm going to say it. Hopefully it was just a moment that was saying, hey, be careful how you say this. Say it with care. The epiphany that I had was I was sitting in the bathtub and I was thinking about my current situation, a current financial situation that we are in right now due to circumstances that we cannot have controlled. The world works in mysterious ways. And I, myself and my husband included, we have been trying to keep this like high vibration, this good mindset, positive mindset, put the twist on it. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. But we're ignoring the very real reality that our relationship is currently shit. And it could be worse. Again, it could be very worse. I have a lot to be grateful for. But in comparison to what I'm used to, this is tough. Feeling like you're about to lose everything that you have right now, that sucks. But the epiphany is that I'm already in a low vibration because of this. I'm in it. I can't just pretend I'm not. I can't just pretend I don't feel bad and it just go away. I can't just imagine it away. I can imagine all I want, and it does help, and I think it does heighten my vibration to imagine myself in a better state. But when you're hit with reality, that piece of you that knows, that is living in the current 3D, it needs your attention. You can't just ignore that. You can't ignore the scared inner child within yourself. So I had the thought, I'm here. I'm here in this vibration. Let's look around. Let's ask you some questions. What do you want me to learn? What do you want me to do? What do you think? What is the reality of my situation? Is there anything I can do right now other than surrender? Maybe there is something I should do. Can I ask for your help? Universe, spirit, guides, God, higher self. Can you offer me guidance when the time is right, when you see fit? I'll do whatever you need. I'll do what I need. I want to be an active creator with you. I understand that my need to hold on to control is not helping me. It's one thing to help yourself. It's another thing to try to control every outcome and decide that you know best on exactly how things need to look in order for them to work out for you. That is different. So I guess basically the point that I'm making there is you cannot bypass how you really feel. And I think the fear with me was that, but that would be me being in a lower vibration. I'm already in the lower vibration. Might as well look at it. What's going on here? I don't think it's bad. I think this is the part that I get upset that doesn't really get addressed. You have to look at where you're at. You have to look at it. You can't just ignore it, bypass it, pretend it doesn't exist. Yes, should you take the other good advice, the higher vibrational advice that's being offered to you to imagine yourself in a higher state, imagine your future self, all of the technique, sure, whatever resonates with you, yes, please keep doing whatever is working for you. But if you have something that's repeating in your reality over and over and over, something that's repeating in your mind over and over and over again, please do not be afraid to explore that because it's lower vibration. Because I don't think that being in a lower vibrational state is specifically what hurts manifestation and things becoming better for you. I think it's how long you stay there and don't learn what you're supposed to learn while you're there. If you could just look at it, acknowledge it. Well, is that not already higher than that one that's currently playing? That feels like a higher vibration in and of itself. But a lot of these manifestation gurus are asking you to jump from 0 to 10. Well, for some of us, there's some steps in between that need addressed. And I have always been afraid to address those steps, feeling like, ooh, but those are still lower vibrations. I don't want to hurt my future. You're hurting your future by ignoring yourself. Acknowledge it. Don't fall into helpless mode. If you do, it's okay. Acknowledge that you did. Okay, I'm feeling helpless right now. I'm feeling angry right now. I'm pissed off my situation. This sucks. It's not fair. Spirit has stopped listening to me. I'm angry. Why would I be put in this situation? Why? Doesn't make any sense. Feel it. Be angry. Did you know that anger is a higher vibration than depression, despair, and lack? Get angry. And then get powerful. Maybe take some logical steps. What do you think you need to do? Or surrender. Say, universe, God, spirit, me. I think I already said this, but I'm repeating it again. Ask them for their guidance. Ask them for guidance. Ask yourself for guidance. Ask for a sign. And then let go. Let go of what that sign needs to be. Let go. okay, breathe. It's gonna be okay. It's not gonna feel okay right now. You're not gonna wake up tomorrow and all your money problems and your relationship problems and your every other problem is not gonna go away. In fact, you might be like this for several more months, maybe another year. I don't know. And I know that's not fun to hear. But you will be okay. You can learn from whatever you are going through right now. There is a reason. Maybe there's something that you're going to teach. That's how I tend to look at my life. The harder something is, if I can get through that, I can teach it. I could help. I could guide. Maybe you're not feeling like that right now, and that's okay. That's okay. Right now maybe you're in survival mode. Okay. Acknowledge that you're there. Honor that. Deal with that right now. If that's as good as you can do right now, then do that. But please stay. Please stay. I promise it does get better. I cannot promise you when. I really wish I could. There were so many days where I was like, it doesn't get better. This is a lie. It does. Not all the way, not all the things, because there's still things existing within me that still need challenge, that still need lessons that I still haven't learned from. I've still got stories playing in my mind that need challenged, and they are being challenged. They are being reflected back to me right now, all of the time. And they will continue to be repeated to me and brought back up until I have mastered. And I do not know how to master them right now, and that's okay too. That's okay. That's where I am. I am not coming on here as somebody who has manifested her $1 million. I've manifested some things. I don't necessarily know how. But I am coming to you with, yes, there are some things that I have seriously manifested now that have completely changed my life for the better. A momentum that I could not have imagined, so far beyond what I even thought. I have abundance in certain areas of my life now that I don't even know what to do with it, honestly. And that is not me trying to brag. But I'm saying I came from a very low vibrational state too, and I did not get to where I am now by pretending that I wasn't there and completely ignoring my very real needs and thoughts and patterns. So I really hope that that is helpful to someone, resonates with someone. If it does, maybe I'll have more videos to make. But this is the only video that I think I'll have up on this subject for now. I just really felt like it was important that I jumped on and shared these thoughts, especially now. Bye.